Hi, how are you? I'm Robin. Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. This little world right here is not my flat, it's not my bedroom, it's not even my office, it's a hotel. But it's also man for himself. If you like men's hair product reviews, grooming, skincare, fragrance, and videos like this one, then this channel is for you. Please do press subscribe right now. So I was looking to go away this summer and just have a bit of a summer holiday, a bit of downtime, have some like guaranteed heat and sun. But things at the moment, as you are well aware, are a little uncertain. So I thought, rather than get myself stuck in a foreign land, I'm just gonna have a little staycation. So actually just yesterday, I booked a hotel stay in London. It feels overly decadent and a little ridiculous, but I thought, I wanna feel like I'm having a bit of a break. So I've got my beer and I'm staying here in the Hoxton in Southwark, which is quite literally just up the road from me. But I thought, while I do this, I might just show you what's in sort of my overnight bag. This is my grooming bag. There's a lot in here. If I'm flying somewhere and I'm just doing a hand luggage only, then I'm quite good actually at getting things down to smaller things and just really focusing on the stuff that's needed. But if I'm kind of just taking stuff to a hotel or if I'm going in the car or the train somewhere, then I will take more. But I'm gonna show you what I have. So, let me try and get this in some sort of order. Get yourself a good wash bag. Top tip straight from this. This is from Rains. It's fully waterproof. It's good, it's strong, it's not gonna burst, and it's huge. So, let's get everything out. I'll try and give you some sort of order for stuff. So, let's kind of start with the morning things. I try and strip my routine back. In terms of skincare and hair care, I take just the essentials. So I've obviously got my electric toothbrush. This comes in a little charging case. It's an Oral-B Braun one. I've tried loads of different electric toothbrushes. I've had a Philips one, I've had the Oral-B one. I've tried various ones and I've actually got a few at home, but this is good for travel because it comes in this little case and this case charges and then it's good to go. So I've got that. It is chunky, like that's excessive, I think, but it also doubles up as a USB charger. Of course it does. So I've got that. Also, my toothpaste. This bit is boring, but this is needed. This is Colgate Max White 1. I've literally used Colgate Max White 1 for, like, I think it might be like 8 years. I've certainly been using it most of the time that I've lived in London. I've been in London for almost 11 years. This is the only thing I use to keep my teeth white. They're not perfectly white, but they're the kind of white I like, and they're healthy. So that. Also my floss. Not sexy, but needed. So that's kind of like my oral care. Also, I wear contact lenses. They are clear. No, they're not blue. My eyes are really this blue. So I've got my contact lens case. And then I have my contact lens solution, which I've just put in one of these. If you're traveling, get yourself some of these reusable bottles. It will just take everything down. So instead of having a huge bag like this, you can go slightly smaller. So this is just the sterile solution that I use. So that goes in there. Also a little spray. You never know who you're gonna meet. Pop that in there. And then looking at sort of like shower stuff. So in the morning, I don't always wash my hair with shampoo and conditioner. If I've been using a water-based product, it tends to come out with just the water. So I'm kind of just happy with that. I should also say I'm having a beer. I'm very much in holiday mode. It's Friday. It's not Friday when you're watching this, but why not? So yeah, I still want to take a shampoo and a conditioner with me just in case I do use a different sort of hair product or I just want to freshen up. So again, I just use little bottles. These are just another two, which are quite literally in a set. I'll find some of these and I'll link them in the description. Everything's always there. Also like the stuff I'm wearing and what I've been using in my hair, so it'll all be there. That is Nioxin, System 1, shampoo, a cleanser and conditioner. That's just really easy. I've got them in a huge 1 litre tub at home and I just give them a squirt into this and top it up. It means I reduce sort of the use of plastics and I get what I want in the right sort of size. So they're good. And sort of face washes. Okay, so I do a really light face wash in the morning because my skin generally is quite fresh in the morning. So I just like to use this one, Multi-Action Lab Series. I've got a few that I use at home, There's a really great one, Kate Somerville, which is a goat's milk one, which is so luxurious, really hydrating, really freshening, refreshing for the skin. But this one I think is just like a staple. Lab Series, non-drying, just really sort of gets you set for the day. And it's a good size. So I have that, but I've also got other sort of, find them, other sort of ways of washing my face. I double cleanse at night. So double cleansing is something I want to talk a bit more about on this channel. I was first introduced to double cleansing when I went to a launch of Erno Laszlo and their products. And Erno Laszlo was a Hollywood, I want to say dermatologist, but he was certainly like an aesthetician dermatologist, let's just go with that. But he just knew his stuff. And he really sort of was all about the double cleanse. So the double cleanse is when you start with an oil. So the oil I use is, I've got two actually that I love. DHC, really simple oil, just straight onto the skin, dry skin I should say. So you pump the oil into your hand, straight on, and it's gonna break down any makeup products, if you wear any makeup, any concealers, or more importantly, it's gonna break down SPF. SPF sits really heavily on the skin. Some can tend to sort of block your pores. SPF is so needed, I should say that. So get a product that's gonna remove that. So the oil that I've got in this one though is Elizabeth Arden. They've got a ceramide oil, which I think is great. Elizabeth Arden are a fantastic brand. They're also a really nice team. I got on really well with them. And I've just pumped a few bits in here. This again is just one of these sort of plastics that I've got that I just will top up everywhere I go. My hair gets everywhere because it's so long these days. So that is in there. And then afterwards, you want to use, so double cleanse is first oil, and then you want to move on to a cleansing lotion or a cream, or you might even use a bar. Now, I sometimes would just use like that Lab Series straight after that. So the oil goes on dry, and then you can put the cream or lotion straight on top of that to break it down and take it all off, or you could wash that off, tap dry, and then wash. But this one, this is Miracle Bar by Sun By Me. I've got a large one at home that I've spoken about before, and I sort of just chop bits off and take it into the shower. But this was from the starter pack. This is AHA, BHA, and PHA, so alpha hydroxy acid, which is water soluble, so it really stays on the top of the skin to remove and to lightly chemically exfoliate and take away dead skin cells. BHA penetrates into the skin, and that gets and lifts sebum, so a buildup of the oils in the skin. So really great if you maybe suffer with acne or a buildup of oil on the skin. And a PHA is the largest molecule, so of the sort of three. PHA are kind of like the cousin to the AHA. They're also really great at holding in moisture and hydration. But I digress. This really great little bar, HA, BHA, PHA, Sun By Me, Miracle Bar, I really like, and I just chop little bits off and I work it into my hands and onto my face, and I just think it's a really great product. I've maybe been using this for, it must be about 3 or 4 months, and I love it. I think it's really great, and that's just a new one I've got. So that's kind of like the, that's the basic skin there. Then, hand gel, just because you need it right there. Sort of after that, I'm kind of working on, so I'm clean, and then working on to sort of getting myself set for the day. And I have a toner. This is huge. I should really have put this into a sort of smaller one, but this is COSRX. This is an AHA and a BHA, I want to say, yeah, clarifying treatment toner. I don't use this every day, maybe use it about every second day. I really like it. James Welsh got me into this. James came into the studio about a year and a half ago maybe, and spoke about Korean skincare products. He is the messiah of skincare. James knows so much about it, really knows about ingredients, and he's a really nice guy. So I think it's great that he's doing so well, and he got me into this. Really like it. COSRX is a fantastic brand, and I really enjoy this. So toner, so it's after the skin has been washed, it's dry, spritz of the toner, and then I'm looking into like my serum. So serum kind of gives you that sort of shot of something into the skin. I've got a few here. So what have I got here? I am using this one. I've spoken about this before. Tan Luxe Super Glow Hyaluronic Acid. And this has got a slight touch of tint So if you do want a little bit of a boost, doesn't really matter what sort of skin tone you are, but this will just give you a slight glow, which I think is really great, and it's really nice just to have a little bit of something. So I pop this onto the skin, dab, 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 tap, 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 it's in, it's good. And then I move on to sort of under eye and around the eye, sort of firming. This is Dr. Dennis Gross firming. I get quite a lot of the products from them, and I've sort of just been testing them. There are more from them on manfromself.com, the products pages, so you want to check anything out. But that's just around the eyes and under. And then I'm on to, I mean, this is like Mary Poppins bag, probably going a little over the top, but it's all there. And then I have my moisturizer, one of my favorites, Murad, oil control, oil and pore control. This is SPF 45 PA+++++, so it's broad spectrum. I don't often do a moisturizer with an SPF in it. I like to do it separately, but this is great because it hydrates, it moisturizes, and it protects, and it doesn't sit heavy on my skin. My skin is fairly oily, so actually this is really great. Couldn't recommend this anymore. Is this in the Holy Grail? If it's not, then it should be. I'm pretty sure it is. The Holy Grail are my favorite products, and I will link that. Just some really great products that I think really do deliver, but that is good. So I've got that. And then I've also got just another SPF because if I go out and about, this is La Roche-Posay, SPF 50, really, really great brand. But if I was just using a sort of usual moisturizer, I mean, this is one night stay. I might have gone over the top, but it's nice to share this. SPF 50 right there. And I have not moisturizer, a lip balm. I really like this. This is not sort of like a sexy looking product. This is by R&R, and it's the Shea Butter Lip Balm. I got sent this as part of it. They've also got shampoos and conditioners, but I really sort of gravitated towards this. This has kept my lips like so soft, so moisturized, so hydrated. I really, really like it. And it doesn't give me the white bits. I go through lip balms and salves in like days because I quite often just leave them somewhere or I lose them, but this has been a goodie. Deodorant, Mitchum, it's one of the only things that keeps me fully dry. That said, I have been testing out more sort of like aluminium-free deodorants like AKT, which is on manfromself.com, but Mitchum is one of the ones I've kind of used forever, and I think it really is really very good, so I love that. Although that said, I am sweating a bit today. And what else do we have here? In terms of like hair care, I keep it really, I don't keep it simple, I keep it small. Aveda Thickening Tonic, I've got a little travel sized one. And again, I buy the bigger ones and then I just sort of empty it into here. It makes it really easy. Bumble Tonic Primer. Again, just a small one there, but you could just use some of those sort of plain bottles. Just pour it in. SachaJuan, Ocean Mist, Sea Salt Spray, one of the best sea salt sprays out there. Honestly, so great. This is very much Holy Grail. And I tend to combine those. So I'll put a bit of that, a little bit of that, and blast it, start to dry the hair. And the hair's a bit of a mess at the moment. So long and so thick. And then afterwards, I will style. Now, one of the products I'm using, and actually I have in my hair today, is Fatboy Styling Cream. Fatboy, I think, actually creates some really great products. And it's more of a brand that I know now that my hair is longer. I think it really suits those sort of longer, looser hairstyles. When I had shorter hair, I was using thicker products like clays and sort of thicker putties, whereas now I'm using things which are softer, like creams, lotions, and letting the hair kind of do its thing a bit more. This is a weightless cream. Go straight into the hair, either damp or dry. Dry if you want just that texture, damp if you want to build volume, straight through, and then I might either blast it or I'll just use it to style a bit. There's a mirror here, and I mean, it's dropping slightly, but there's no hairspray in my hair at the moment, and I'm quite happy with it. So I've got that. Then if I'm gonna do something in the evening, I might just take this Rough Rider. It's so amazing. I know so many of you guys love this too. There's some great product reviews from you guys on manfromself.com for this. Just a great product. Just a little travel size. I think it's super cute. When I finish this, I'll just get my usual one and scoop it into it. And I have a powder with me because I do sometimes get oily, sort of greasy skin. As I've changed my routine up, my skin is, I say, a lot better. I prefer how it is. It's matter. I feel like I'm less oily, less greasy. But if I'm going out of an evening, then I will have this powder. This is just medium energy. It just basically takes off the shine, it mattifies the skin, gives me a bit of an extra boost of confidence. So I've got that plus that, but you do get a little sponge with it, so you don't need to be taking a brush. And then my fragrances. I love fragrance, you know I do. I do a fragrance video a week, so if you want to check out any of those, then I will link them in the cards up there. But Memo was a brand that I did, Memo Paris was a brand that I did my first impressions on from 8 of their fragrances. But I've got all these little samples, and it's really nice to take away a different fragrance. Then you have a bit of a different experience with a bit of travel, you're always reminded of where you were and what you did. So I've just taken 2 that I've not yet tried. I don't even know what they are. I kind of put my hand in the bag and took them out. Oriental leather, and they're just tiny little sort of 5 mils. Are they 5 mils? They might even be 2 mils. They're tiny, but it's enough for like a night and to keep in your pocket and to have a spritz. This is Oriental leather under a patchouli star, and this one is Tiger's Nest, which is incense raw. So I just think it's really nice to have sort of things with you, and then you can kind of decide what you want to do. And then, I also just bring a little comb. And then at night, I will wash my face, so I'll do that double cleanse with the oil and then the cream. And then this is the only thing I'm using. And I've been using just this, maybe for like 3, no longer actually, maybe from before Christmas. This is Luna by Sunday Riley. This is my second one. Got the first one as a sort of press sample and tried it. If I then buy a product, I know I love it because the office is full of products that I'm going through at the moment. This is amazing. This is a retinoid treatment. It says next generation retinoid oil, reduces the appearance of pores and wrinkles, fighting the signs of premature aging and surface redness. But this has really sort of smoothed my skin out and sort of improved the look of the texture. All skin has texture, but sort of improved the way it looks. Fine lines definitely have sort of been reduced. And I'm just really happy with how my skin feels with this. This is blue, you're gonna see this here. Like that. You just put a couple of drops straight onto clean skin and work it in. And I just leave it. That is it. That is all I'm doing. I used to do this and then a little bit of moisturizer, but I love this. I think it's a really, really great product. When I finish this, I'll probably get another one, but I am also testing out other products at the moment, but I think it's amazing. And then the last things I have are rehydration sachets. I always take these, especially if I'm going abroad. You never know. The stuff that you eat might not really sit very well with you, and you might get a little bit sick. Or more like you might just have a bit of a heavy night, and you just need a little bit of a boost in the morning. So that's just going to get all those sort of good salts back into your body. And that is it. That is a really long video. I'm sure there are so many of you that are like, Robin, you go too far with your stuff. But I am a grooming blogger and content creator, and I love products. So when I go away, a holiday for me is all about enjoying yourself and doing what you want to do. And for me, it is a ritual of doing skincare and sort of playing with my hair and having an experience with fragrance. So that is why I have all that. I can honestly do less than this, and I have been known to do less than this like once or twice, but I love it. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, if you've still not pressed subscribe, then please do hit subscribe right now. The button is there. So some more video suggestions down there. Stay with me and watch them. I'm going to send you the products pages right there. And my Instagram, including the new Man for Hair, is up there, and any other videos I've spoken about. But until my next new video, bye-bye.